Welcome back to Good to Know. I'm Lindsay Boach. The recipe for this show is pretty simple. Take some positivity, mix it with some inspiration, and find good people doing good things in their communities, like this baker in Florida.
I was thinking, what can I do to help my mom? And at the time, I was helping her pay for the expenses for the chemo. And that got pretty expensive.
Anthony Lewis is a very good son. A few years ago, when his mother Selena had breast cancer, this 33-year-old single dad in Brandon started selling her secret recipe red velvet cake to help pay her medical bills.
I'm really good at following directions. Very, very good at following directions. So I said, if you show me, I can do this. And she was like, you sure? And I said, I can do it.
Through social media and free samples, the reputation of Selena's red velvet cakes and cupcakes grew.
It's a secret recipe. It is. It's nothing like a typical red velvet cake.
Anthony's mom has since conquered cancer, but Selena's son isn't stopping now, even during this tough time. Did your business go down at all?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It went up, actually.
In this small kitchen, he bakes a lot.
7 to 8 dozen a day.
Then delivers a lot all over Tampa Bay. Anthony has big dreams for the future of Selena's desserts, but until then, he'll keep on baking.
I try to stay positive. I try to focus on everything that's good in my life. If things are going good.
Okay, I want to know what everyone is making with all of these potatoes. Check this out. A Utah farmer gave away 7,000 bags of potatoes, and people showed up from hundreds of miles away.
This is something I can go do for somebody else, and it's not going to be harmful. And so they roar out here from 3 to 4 hours away and gather up potatoes and go and give them to people in need.
They must be good potatoes. The farm owner says you've probably had his potatoes. They're used in restaurants around the country, but when restaurants stopped buying, he didn't want them to go to waste.
The real story in this is not what we did, but how people reacted to this and what they've done.
They took them by the truckloads. I'm thinking maybe some gnocchi for dinner. Thanks for the spuds, bud.
This is a house I built.
Meet 7-year-old Abigail Pearson.
Is this how you write a C? No. Is this how you write a C? No.
She often spends time in this room of her Hampton home.
So that's why we always have to wash our hands, go out to lunch dates, and go to daddy and daughter dance and all that stuff. But we can't do it because of the COVID-19.
But something else.
What if we also help the poor animals too? I think we should do it, Santa.
Has been on her mind.
It says I'm a leader.
Since joining the Girl Scouts, she's found a passion for helping others.
Because I think that's the right thing to do.
From organizing a shoe drive to making items for local foster care and a wildlife rehab facility. But her latest project, using her own money and donations, she's putting together essential packs for members of the USNS Laramie.
Trying to protect them from COVID-19, so we're trying our best to make them as fast as we can. One of our Girl Scout laws is make the world a better place, and so that's what we're doing. We're making the world a better place.
Over here are some of the 80 packs that Abigail has made for members of the USNS Laramie. Inside each of these packs, you find items such as deodorant, shampoo, soap, and Girl Scout cookies.
It doesn't matter how big you are, how small you are, how smart you are, how much you have or don't have. It's your heart that matters.
We're all about people doing good in their communities, and these kids are not just doing good, they're doing their best.
It's been a struggle.
11-year-old Jesse Cuevas, like so many other children with autism, was used to his classroom routine. So when everything moved to online learning at home because of the COVID pandemic, he grew more anxious about the coronavirus and all the Zoom classes he was taking.
When there's so much noise and so many visual things being presented to him, it's almost like a sensory assault. So that becomes an obstacle, and he just sort of shuts down.
So his mother tries different relaxation techniques like rubbing his back and allowing him to play games to relax.
I've been playing my games a lot.
The experts say online learning for children on the spectrum requires a lot of parental patience because the lockdown shatters routines and heightens anxiety.
A new structure, a new routine, we can get there. It's just having some patience and kind of going back to all the tools in their toolbox of what works for their child and trying to implement them in a different way.
And at least one young person with autism has actually written a book to help others on the spectrum deal with their new reality of online learning at home.
to let people know that autism is a superpower and to make them feel better about the coronavirus.
14-year-old Ben Blanchett of Kings Park in Suffolk County wrote the day Matt's schedule changed to help others adjust to this new reality.
The story is a great story about a boy who learned that using his superpowers through the day could help calm him down as he came to obstacles where he started to freak out when everything was different.
And Ben even performs Amazing Grace to try to help others feel better with the coronavirus.
It's not how these middle schoolers plan to perform You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. The musical at Russia Middle School in Land O'Lakes was scheduled for last week, but like so many other events, it was canceled.
Happiness.
8th grader Tyler Zacharias had the lead role.
My reaction was like, oh man, what are we going to do? We're not going to have a show.
But when Tyler heard just how bummed his drama teacher was, he decided to do something.
I just asked everybody, hey, could you send me a video of your part in the song?
Tyler picked the show's emotional finale, Happiness.
Which is a very uplifting and moving song in which the characters come together after all the conflicts and troubles, and they just think about the happiness in the world.
He edited everything together and synced it up, and then came the surprise for their teacher.
I opened it up, and there are my kids, and they're doing the thing. It brought a lot of tears to my eyes. I couldn't talk for a while.
I've been getting reactions from lots of teachers saying that they're proud of us, and it made their day, and it changed, their mood.
Learning to whistle.
While this show never made the stage, it still found a way to touch hearts.
I love these kids, and there's a special bond that I have with them.
From a distance, our schools stand by your side.
In this heartwarming video posted to YouTube, 5 high school seniors sing about coping with social distancing.
It changed our entire senior year, so I definitely think it's definitely gonna be a big memory for us.
From a distance, our schools find ways to teach.
The students are in musical theater at 4 metro schools. A teacher approached them after schools were first closed to sing this timely rendition of Bette Midler's From a Distance.
The last few weeks of high school, you want to take that in to reminisce all the 4 years you've been there.
It just ended very abruptly. Kind of miss it.
Although it hasn't been easy, the students who now go by the Social Distanced 5 want to be a beacon of hope for the school community.
I feel like this has been a time for everybody to just stop and slow down and really appreciate life for what it is.
Parades have been blowing up lately, but none quite like this one in Michigan.
When you happen to see a T-Rex walking by your door,
this is crazy.
Then look, it's a unicorn, a shark, a penguin, a bear, rhinoceroses, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and more.
They actually told me, they're like, oh, come outside, there's like commotion, and they're back.
We're a secret walking club that pops up on occasion if the weather permits.
It's not so secret anymore. The wearers of these inflatable costumes walking up and down Ferndale's residential streets all happen to be members of the Ferndale Elks Club. A Facebook video posted Friday now has well over 1 million views. And today, the organizer of this walk is revealed.
I'm the pink unicorn.
Sarah Ignash got the inflatable pink unicorn costume as a gift for Christmas to complement the T-Rex costume she already owned, and now her fun hobby has started a movement.
It brings us great joy. It brings smiles to our faces.
People taking pictures and videos.
Yeah, oh yeah. Send it to all our friends to, make them smile.
She was inspired to bring magic to others because at the moment, she needs some magic herself.
I laid off 13 people, and that weighs so heavily on me, it keeps me up at night.
Ignash owns All American Pet Resorts Lakeshore, which temporarily closed in March.
This is the lighthearted thing to do that it kind of balances the crippling anxiety.
And we know she's not alone. This inflatable pop-up parade has grown from just a few people to now a couple dozen, lifting the spirits of every person participating, as much as those who just happen to see them out on an afternoon walk.
It's so much fun. It's fun for us. It's fun for other people. It's very unexpected. That's really part of the enjoyment of it.
Welcome to the Orchard View Zoo. Zoe and Josephine are proud to show off their very own zoo on Orchard View Drive near Main Street in Royal Oak. The Surwick family have a yearly membership to the Detroit Zoo, but because of the shutdown, they can't pay a visit to all the animals. That's when Dad Jim had this wild idea, taking the girls' toys and making little enclosures just like you would see at the zoo.
That would be so fun because we have an avalanche of stuffed animals.
Not only is it fun to look at, this is a learning experience. The girls learn which animal is which.
This is the puffin and the wild fox and the wolves.
They also learn which animals stay in which habitat, just like kangaroos can be found in the Australian outback.
And this is the jelly.
Mom Courtney was excited about the educational part of the fun.
Them understanding the different climates that the animals live in, which animals kind of pair together. We're talking about geography in a way because we're saying where's North America, then we look on the globe.
And here's something you won't find at the Detroit Zoo.
These are the unicorns.
The unicorns?
Everyone's getting a kick out of it.
And what was something fun for the family turned into an experience for neighbors as they stopped by and visited this special zoo. Just another example of the community coming together during these difficult times.
Looking for the simpler things in life and finding joy in simple things like going and looking at stuffed animals in a pretend zoo on our front lawn.
What an impressive collection. And we've had an impressive collection of people doing good in their communities as well through art, cooking, and inventing. A lot of good things are happening today, and isn't that good to know?